This £700 device claims it can regulate your nervous system in just 10 minutes a day. And I've been testing it out every day for the past month to find out whether vagus nerve stimulation actually works, or if it's just another expensive wellness placebo. So what actually is SONA and what does it do? SONA is an AI-powered vagus nerve stimulation device designed to help with stress, relaxation, sleep, and recovery. It works by sending small electrical pulses through your ear to stimulate your vagus nerve, which plays a major role in your body's relaxation response. Now, vagus nerve stimulation isn't some brand new TikTok wellness trend, and it's actually been researched medically for years. And devices like SONA are trying to bring this technology into the consumer wellness space. Even Brian Johnson uses vagus nerve stimulation as part of his blueprint approach to living longer and slowing down the aging process. What makes SONA different from the other devices is it adapts the stimulation based on your biometric data. It's well known that vagus nerve stimulation devices have a wide range of effectiveness from person to person. SONA believes that by using different stimulation waves and listening to which waves do the best job of engaging your vagus nerve, they maximize how likely it is that users will experience positive benefits like improved sleep and HRV. And according to the company, using it for just 10 minutes a day can help with stress, sleep, anxiety, focus, and overall nervous system regulation. Which sounds great in theory, but whether that actually translates into notable real-life benefits is what I wanted to find out. Now, if you're wondering what the vagus nerve is, it's the longest cranial nerve in the body, and it runs from your brain, through your neck, all the way down into your organs like your heart, lungs, and digestive system. It plays a huge role in your parasympathetic nervous system, which is responsible for helping your body rest, relax, and recover after stress. And the idea is that by stimulating our vagus nerve, we're signaling to the body that everything is safe, helping us to shift out of the fight or flight state that a lot of us live in nowadays. However, you don't need a device to stimulate your vagus nerve, and there are actually some ways you can do it for free, such as humming, singing, meditation, deep breathing, yoga, cold exposure, and even laughing. So the real question isn't whether SONA or vagus nerve stimulation actually works, it's whether it works better than the free methods I just mentioned. Now, first impressions, the device looks pretty cool. Inside the box, you'll find the device itself, a charger, some gel, and the instructions manual. First, you'll need to download the app and connect the device. Before using, you apply a small amount of gel to the conductor. This helps improve the connection and makes the stimulation feel more comfortable. Then you place the device in your ear, and every time I do this, I can't help but feel like some kind of secret agent of the movies. You can also wear headphones while using it, which is useful if you want to combine it with meditation music, breathwork, or even use the audio provided inside the app. Now, there are basically two ways to use the app. The first is the journey mode, which guides you through a structured multi-week program with different sessions and exercises. And the second is explore mode, which gives you more control over the session length, audio, and breathing exercises. While using the device, you can also see your live heart rate, HRV, and breathing rate directly inside the app. One thing I did notice is that sometimes the connection can be poor, but I found that if you just held and pushed this in for a few seconds, it usually solved the problem. While using the device, you might start to feel a slight tingling in your ear, which initially I found a little strange. However, the more I used the device, I started associating this with feeling relaxed. And after most sessions, I generally did feel calmer and more relaxed. Though I'll be honest, it's difficult to know how much of this relaxation is coming from the device itself versus the placebo effect. Now, having used the device for the past month, here are the pros and cons that I've noticed. And the biggest benefit for me has to be that it helps make relaxation more consistent. It's almost like an accountability device for slowing down, similar to how fitness apps can help us stay accountable for exercise and mobility. I also found myself combining it with other practices like meditation and EFT, and it not only felt like it helped me switch into a more relaxed state faster, it also makes me feel like I'm doubling the benefits of both of these practices. Sometimes I would even wear it while working and found it helped me stay focused and calmer during the day. Now, the cons. Now, the biggest downside has to be the cost. At £695, this is definitely expensive, although unlike things like the Whoop, at least it's a one-off payment and not another subscription. I did also notice that during longer sessions, say 30 minutes plus, the device can start to feel a little uncomfortable in your ear. And finally, because relaxation is such a subjective thing, it's difficult to know how much of the benefits are actually coming from the device versus expectation and placebo. I also think this is the type of device where measurable benefits will become a lot clearer over long longer term use, especially when looking at things like your HRV, recovery and sleep trends over time. Now over the past month, my lifestyle's been pretty inconsistent. I've been traveling a lot, my routine's been all over the place, and this has definitely not been the perfect environment for testing a wellness device. But then I thought most people don't actually live perfectly optimized lives, so actually this might make the test a little bit more realistic. And interestingly enough, my HRV did improve when using this device, despite my training and routine being the worst it's been in a long time. Now obviously I can't say for certain that this was because of SONA, but it's definitely interesting to see. And I think one of the best things this device does is it makes it easier to stay consistent with relaxation. Now a lot of the free methods we mentioned at the start of the video are great in theory, but realistically most people are not going to spend 15 minutes a day humming or laughing. I mean, there's not a lot to laugh about in this current economy. So finally, do you need this device? If you already meditate regularly, manage stress and have healthy habits, you probably don't need a device like this. But if you struggle to switch off, relax or stay consistent with your stress management practices, I can definitely see why devices like this are becoming so popular.